What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, the Lightning Kid here, and today I am with my co-host, yours truly. Everybody give it up for Sean. Guys, today we have a big discussion. Now, some people, like Sean, agree with this, and some people like me don't see it. But what I want to know is Kawhi Leonard the second best player in the league? Now, some people are agreeing. Some people still think it's Kevin Durant. I want to know, Sean, hello, Buzz. What do you think of Kawhi Leonard being the second best player in the league, according to some sources, fans?
I think it's valid. I don't think you can really argue. I mean, obviously it's arguable. I mean, obviously it's debatable. You can sit here, you could debate who's the second best. I mean, some would probably even say Kevin Durant's not even the second best. You know, there's people out here who would probably think, somebody like Russell Westbrook is probably the second best. So, I mean, when it comes down to the second best player, it's always a debatable discussion. But there's a lot of factors that go into how are you labeled the second best. Like, for instance, who's the best player in the NBA?
Well, we all know it's LeBron James.
Why is it LeBron James?
Because LeBron is LeBron. I mean, he just does everything that no other player can do. He runs the floor that no other player can. LeBron scores well. He shoots well. He's a great passer for his size and position. He can play center. He can play power forward. He can play point guard. I don't think anybody at his position, size, or anything else, like that would compare to him can be better. Like, you take guys like Paul George, he can't do what LeBron does. Kevin Durant can't do what LeBron does. Kawhi Leonard can't do what LeBron does. You know what I mean? So that's what makes LeBron the best.
So LeBron is more of an all-around player is what you're trying to get at.
Right.
So that perfectly leads up to why I think Kawhi Leonard is the second best player in the NBA, because he could score, he could defend of all positions. This year, his scoring has been remarkably impressive. Like, he's going up. And, in the playoffs, you're a first-hand witness because you watch the Grizzlies get torched by him. But, dude, I get why people can say Kevin Durant because he is a dominant scorer. But if we're talking about just scoring, why can't we throw Steph Curry there? No. Why can't we talk about James Harden as the second best player? Why can't we talk about Russell Westbrook as the second best player? These are people who put up the same amount of numbers as Kevin Durant. Some put up even better. And why aren't they in the conversation of the second best?
Here's why Kawhi Leonard can't be the second best. It's because he's not polished yet. Okay. He's still on the rise. Kevin Durant has been outperforming most other players since he came into the league. Kawhi Leonard in 2011-2012, when he was a rookie, only averaged 7.9 points per game in 24 minutes. That's through 64 games.
Really, Reese?
In 2012-2013,
really, Reese?
In 58 games, he averaged 11.9 points per game.
Reese?
In 2013-2014,
Reese?
He averaged 12.8 points per game.
Reese?
Through 66 games.
Hold on. Time the fuck out.
Okay.
Let me backtrack real quick. Don't ever bring up a rookie stat.
Kevin Durant? Kevin Durant, when he was a rookie, was averaging 20 points per game.
And who was on that team? Who was on that team?
Nobody.
Oh, okay. This is Kawhi Leonard being a rookie, playing with Tony Parker, Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili when he was – and this was when Kawhi Leonard wasn't even a shooter yet. So, he couldn't score to begin with. His main goal, Popovich said, when he got on the team, I want you to defend. I want you to be a straight-up defender. And that's what he was. He was a straight-up defender, and he ended up evolving into an offensive player. But what I'm trying to get at is that his rookie season, he was surrounded by great talent. Kevin Durant wasn't surrounded by great talent. All he had was Russell Westbrook. And they went to the finals one time. Okay, yeah, they had James Harden before James Harden blew up and became this automatic, scoring demon. But what's his name? Harden ended up coming off the bench. He was not even their starting shooting guard. It was Cephalosha. So I don't even count, James Harden that big of a threat when Kevin Durant was there. Kevin Durant's rookie year, who else is going to score? You could not name me the starting five probably when he was a rookie.
No, I couldn't. But if you still want to go there, just recently Kawhi Leonard's best season has been this season, and he only averaged 25.5 points per game. It's a huge gap from the season.
Kevin Durant only average. Does Kevin Durant not average 27?
Yeah, Kevin Durant averages 27, but that's still a big difference.
Okay, so 2 points.
2 points is 2 points.
Anyways, and this was the year that the Spurs didn't. They're playing without Tim Duncan, so now it's just not just Kawhi Leonard, obviously, because you got LaMarcus Aldridge still, but it's a big jump now because you used to go through Tim Duncan and Tony Parker. Now you're going through Kawhi Leonard. Like, Kawhi Leonard's more of a factor. So, of course, his numbers are going to improve. Dude, just last year, Isaiah Thomas wasn't putting up the same numbers Isaiah Thomas is this year.
So what's Isaiah Thomas's reason?
I'm just saying, like, it doesn't matter through the years. Like, obviously, through the years, you're going to get better. But I think the departure of Tim Duncan because of his retirement, you're not going through Tim Duncan no more. You're going through Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard's their number one scorer. I don't believe Kawhi Leonard was their first option. I don't even think he was their second option. He was mostly there for just defense, and he just adapted an offensive rhythm. Right. But what I'm trying to say out of all this is that you can't go based off of how they started in the league. Nobody's LeBron James. Nobody's Kobe Bryant. That's or Dwayne Wade. These are rare breeds. Now, Kawhi Leonard right now is on the track of, if he's not the second best, if he's not the first best, because I'm talking about right now, right this instant, Kawhi Leonard is doing everything. He's doing it all right now in the playoffs. If there's one person who is the hottest player in the league right now in the playoffs, it's Kawhi Leonard.
The only reason Kawhi Leonard is so hot in the playoffs is because there's a 40-year-old man who's guarding him throughout the whole game. I mean, you're obviously going to ball out on somebody who can't pick up their knees every second. So obviously Kawhi Leonard's and I'm not discrediting Kawhi. He's one heck of a player, but Kevin Durant is far better because he's far more consistent than Leonard. I mean, Durant's shot is
better as in what?
Not defensively, but Kawhi Leonard only has defense over Kevin Durant. He's not a better shooter. He's not a better shot.
Do you have the stats in front of you? Do you have the stats in front of you?
Yes.
Okay, who leads in assist out of those two?
Durant.
That's not fair because he has Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, and anybody can get a bunch of stats
even
doing that.
Even in OKC, he was a better passer. And when you have guys like Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili and Danny Green and LaMarcus Aldridge, all those guys can shoot too. So it's not like Kawhi won't pass the ball to them. It's that Durant is a better passer.
It's systematic. They all pass the ball to each other. They all throw the ball around. That's bound to happen. Kevin Durant can pass it to only three guys, and he knows they're going to guarantee score.
So Kawhi
Reese,
Leonard's
I wouldn't say he's a system player. I mean, that's hard to tell because we don't know. We've never seen him play for another. That's like saying Tom Brady's a system player. I mean, he's not Tom Brady, but like you can't judge somebody by the team they're on because I believe if he was on another team, he could do the same thing.
Well,
I just think it helps.
Even still, if you're talking right now, his numbers aren't better than Kevin Durant's either way.
Kevin Durant also was injured almost all season long.
Well, yeah, that's true too, but I mean, he only missed 2-3 weeks, and they still played the same amount of games. I think Kawhi only played 74 games. Yeah, Kawhi only played 74 games, and Durant only played 70. So I mean, what's 4 games?
Oh, that's a 4-game difference, just like how 2 points is 2 points. 4 games is 4 games.
4 games is 4 games.
No, absolutely not. So right now, if both teams were free agents right now, you're the Memphis Grizzlies. You could pick one. Who are you picking?
I'm picking Kevin Durant. I have a team that plays defense.
Do you?
Yeah, I have Tony Allen.
Do you?
Why would I need Kawhi Leonard?
Where is he?
He's hurt, but I mean, everybody gets hurt.
Oh wait, with the same injury that Kevin Durant has. That's so crazy.
Kevin Durant.
So
hurt his
you'll
foot.
have whatever. I thought it was a calf. He sat because of a calf last game.
I don't think
It was
so.
a calf strain.
I didn't see.
Absolutely not.
I wasn't checking.
I'm taking Kawhi Leonard.
You're basing this off of this season that you would take Kawhi Leonard over Kevin Durant.
I mean, from the past seasons I've seen Kevin Durant, what has he done? He hasn't won his team a title at all. He hasn't done anything for OKC. He's taken them there.
You can't throw championships in there because the Spurs have a great team around them. They got all 5 players that can go into the Hall of Fame, and Kevin Durant didn't have anybody. Well, he did have somebody, but I mean, Russell Westbrook is more. I'm not even going to get on Westbrook's case, but, Harden was coming off the bench. That 2011 team that went to the finals wasn't. They went up against the Heat. That wasn't fair. They were inexperienced. I guarantee you, if that same team were put together right now, they would be in the finals. They would have won at least one championship.
I mean, that's obvious now because James Harden gets to the free throw line almost every freaking possession. So, I mean, of course that's going to happen. But okay, bro, but going into that finals that year, the Thunder were favored to beat the Heat.
I don't know who favorited them. I wasn't favoriting them.
Bro, the whole ESPN, all TNT, everybody, Las Vegas, they all favored the Thunder to take down the Heat.
They're absolutely crazy.
And I'm pretty sure they led 2-1 in the series, and then they just choked.
I think they got swept, dude.
They got swept?
I'm pretty sure they got swept.
I thought there was a Game 7.
Not against the Thunder, no.
Oh, I don't know. Okay, my point of the matter is Kevin Durant choked. He choked Reese.
Kevin Durant is very well a choker in the playoffs, yes, but I would still trust him.
So does that mean nothing?
I mean, I would still trust him over Kawhi Leonard.
Why Kawhi Leonard exceeds in the playoffs?
Based off of what?
Based off of they win championships, and he locks down the best defender. I mean, he locks down the best offensive player they play. When he guarded LeBron, he put LeBron on clamps the year they won. Matter of fact, if it wasn't for Ray Allen knocking down that, did what?
Because I'm pretty sure LeBron averaged well over 20 points per game in that series.
In the finals?
In the finals.
No.
Yes, absolutely.
And if he did. Well over, I guarantee it's like 20 or 21 in that finals.
Well over.
Maybe the finals that they won, yes, maybe. But definitely no, definitely not. Kawhi Leonard puts the clamps down on everybody he faces.
I don't think so. I'm not saying that he doesn't play great defense, because he is obviously a fantastic defender, but to say that, he shuts down everybody, I definitely do agree that Kawhi Leonard is a great defender. He's definitely coming up on his own right now, but it's just right now. I mean, LeBron averaged 28.2 points per game in the 2013-2014 NBA Finals.
Are you looking at that right now?
Yes.
And that was the year they lost?
I believe so.
Because they played twice. So
yeah, I don't quite remember.
Yeah, I think they went back to back. I'm not sure on that.
This was the year the Heat lost 4-2 in the series. 4-1.
Fact of the matter is, okay. Now look at LeBron's points in every game and tell me through that whole line. Game 1, how much did he put up? Game 2, game 3, game 4, all that.
It just shows me a total.
Because LeBron could have dropped 31 one game and then 17 the next 3 games or 4 games, and that average can come out to 28. Like, just because you look at a number doesn't mean that it's like the hard truth of what really happened.
I mean, even still, if you're really just gonna throw out defense, it's not like Kevin Durant doesn't play defense. I mean, the guy is a good defender. He's not better than Kawhi Leonard, obviously, but he can play defense.
I guarantee you right now, if you put Kawhi Leonard on Kevin Durant, Kawhi's locking that down.
If we're talking about in the post, he's not gonna shut down Kevin Durant in the post.
Why not? Kevin Durant's not going to get in the paint regardless.
Says who?
Kevin Durant is like $180, and he's almost 7 foot. But
Well, look,
Kawhi Leonard is like 2 something, and he's
Durant is a good low post scorer, so he can shoot on whoever, he can score on whoever. He'll have his.
I don't think he has his length.
He'll have his inconsistent games, but I would still trust his shot over Leonard's. And that's only because Leonard is just still coming up into the league. It's not like he's been balling out from day one to now. I mean, he's been working on his shot. He's been crafting his game. But, I mean, Durant's been doing this since day one. So if we're going to take either or, then I would take Durant and focus everybody else on playing defense if that's going to come down to defense.
Yeah, that's going to sit well with Marc Gasol.
Marc Gasol is a defensive player of the year.
Yeah, but he's not going to want to just play defense and watch Kevin Durant shoot lights out. I mean, Reese, how many times have we sat here and we've watched teams that have only one offensive player and they don't go far?
Okay, let me tell you something then. Who are the Grizzlies missing that will piece their team together?
You guys are missing a shooting guard.
Yeah, there you go. They have defense. They have scores. They just need that one guy that can step in and take over the game and shoot and maybe hit the game-winning basket. That's what the Grizzlies need.
That's what you guys are missing, but that's not what you guys need. You guys need a shooting guard. No, bro, because you got Zach Randolph who can score. You got Mike Conley that can score. You got Vince Carter that can score. Vince Carter can start for you guys if you wanted to. And you guys got Marc Gasol that can score.
But who are we gonna trust to take
if all of them just work on the same page, bro, you guys would.
Listen, I'm not trusting Marc Gasol to take a game-winning three. I'm not trusting Zach Randolph to back somebody down with 2 seconds left in the post and hope for the shot. I'll take Mike Conley's shot, but he just recently got that shot. Vince Carter, I don't trust his shot, to be completely honest with you. And we don't have.
If your defense was so good, it wouldn't come down to a last second. If your defense was so good, it wouldn't come to a last second shot.
Well, not everybody's defense is going to be fantastic. I mean, look at the Denver Broncos. They didn't have they had the best defense, and they were still getting blown out some games. So it's not like they're going to shut everybody down, game in and game out.
That's why they didn't have the best defense.
Who?
The Broncos didn't have the best defense this year.
Oh, I'm not talking this year. I'm talking the year they won the Super Bowl.
Oh, but dude, in the playoffs, they ripped the Patriots. Well, Von Miller, let me say that. Von Miller ripped the Patriots apart, still almost lost that game. And, I mean, the Panthers were just, bro, we all knew the Panthers were going to eventually run into a wall. There was no way that they were going to beat the Broncos. I mean, the only chance they had is if their defense gets to Peyton Manning and you know, we know how that went. But fact of the matter is, if I'm building a team, I'm looking for all around I'm looking for the closest thing to LeBron James, the closest thing that can be like that, an all around player, like a field general. The reason why Kevin Durant right now is scoring so much this year, if I'm playing next to Klay Thompson and Steph Curry, I'm gonna be left wide open. Reese, there's a reason why he went to the Golden State Warriors.
But
not to any other team.
You're saying this year, Kevin Durant hasn't just been balling out this year. He averaged 30 points per game and won the scoring title with OKC. So it doesn't make a difference when or where.
Okay. Who else was on that team?
Russell Westbrook.
One. Name another.
Serge Ibaka.
Stop it. Serge Ibaka. Oh my!
Serge Ibaka was a good scorer.
Reese, are you serious?
He could score.
Everybody look at me right now. He just said Serge Ibaka. How many teams has he bounced around to now?
This is his second team? Third team?
Third or fourth.
Oh, third. Sorry.
He's so great. Oh, Serge Ibaka is so great. Loyal. It was all traded in free agencies.
Listen, Ibaka could score. He's a good scorer.
That ship sailed a long time ago. That's why they got rid of him.
Well,
Listen, Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook were the only offense on that team. That was it. After they lost James Harden, that's when OKC's chances sailed away. They had one chance. They had the 3-1 lead against Golden State last year. And matter of fact, who choked from that time on in the playoffs to basically lose the series against Golden State?
it was definitely Westbrook.
Are you serious?
It was definitely Westbrook. He was missing a lot of shots. He was bricking a lot of shots. You were there with me watching those games. He was missing a lot of open shots.
Kevin Durant did not show up.
Kevin Durant was missing too, but it's not like Russell. He's the only one to blame.
Well, now we look at this year now without Kevin Durant. How's Westbrook doing? Forget the team in general because basketball is a team game. But look at Westbrook right now. What's he doing?
He's losing. Doesn't matter his stats. He's losing. He's not winning games.
But he's putting up better stats. Listen, Reese, if I can put you on a team of 8th graders to go play basketball. If you're balling,
I guarantee you if Kevin Durant went to go play for a team that if Russell Westbrook left, he would be averaging those same numbers too. Maybe not a triple-double, but he'd be putting up 50, 40 points a night as well.
Yeah, and he's doing it with nobody.
Yeah, so give Kevin Durant nobody, and I guarantee you he does the same thing.
Absolutely not. He'll put up more points per game. That's about it.
Durant will be more consistent with it. Russell Westbrook has been horrible in shooting. I mean, his field goal percentage is atrocious. His 3-point percentage isn't good. He has a lot of turnovers. I mean, look what he did last night against the Rockets. He missed 14 straight shots.
Yeah, Reese's top scorer is having 12 points and 11 points. I mean, dude, there's not much you can do. Russell Westbrook still had 13 or 12 assists that game. It's not like he's ball hogging nobody is scoring for them. He's doing it by himself.
Exactly, which is why he had to take 18 shots in the fourth quarter and missed 14 of those shots.
And it also makes it easier for opponents to say, hey, forget everybody else. Let's just guard Russell Westbrook. And Russell Westbrook is still dropping triple-doubles. He still averages a triple-double. He still broke the NBA record for the most triple-doubles in a season.
What good has that done their team?
Listen, like I said, you can't talk about the team because if you take Kevin Durant off Golden State, are you going to tell me right now that Golden State would not be to the first seed and automatically walk into the finals?
They would absolutely be the first seed.
Okay,
but I'm saying if Kevin Durant was on the same team, if Russell Westbrook had left instead of Durant, I guarantee you that they would have been better than the Thunder. I mean, than the Thunder are right now. Guaranteed.
I disagree.
Is Kevin Durant not more consistent than Russell Westbrook?
Who's going to be the point guard?
Doesn't matter who the point guard is. Just give it to Durant.
Okay, but eventually he has to go sit on the bench, Reese.
Well, look at what LeBron James is doing.
Yeah, but Russell Westbrook also played more games than Kevin Durant this year, and he's also more he's more of the field general. Kevin Durant is not a field general. He doesn't take down the ball. LeBron points out what to do, where to run, how to do it. Kevin Durant does not do that.
Kevin Durant hasn't had the chance to take the ball down.
He's never had to because he had Russell Westbrook to do it.
Exactly, and Stephen Curry, but now he can.
And I guarantee, but who can?
Durant. Durant can if he wasn't on the Warriors, if he was on the Thunder without Westbrook, he would have. I guarantee it.
When Westbrook is off the court, when he's off the court and Kevin Durant is on the court, not one time I've ever seen Kevin Durant take the ball down.
You got to look into more games, buddy.
Find me a video of it happening. I want to see Kevin Durant taking the ball down.
I will.
And then send it my way because every Thunder game I've ever watched, not one time have I seen Kevin Durant take the ball down while Russell Westbrook is sitting on the bench.
Okay, I will show you a game where he's done that.
Now back to the conversation of why we're doing this. Kawhi Leonard is probably going to win. If not, I mean, he might. He's talked about right now winning Defensive Player of the Year. And we're talking about this year, obviously, because this is the reason why we're talking about who is. Because, okay, if you're trying to talk about this year, he might be the best player this year. No, okay, I lied because MVP is Russell Westbrook. But overall player right now this year, you got to give it to Kawhi Leonard. For what he's doing.
Kawhi's absolutely doing a fantastic job this season. But if we're talking overall, I can't take Leonard over Durant. It's just not. He's not consistent.
What has Kevin Durant done for the Golden State Warriors?
He's scored more points. I don't know if he's the leading scorer of the Warriors, but he's definitely up there in leading the team in scoring. I don't know if it's Curry or Durant, but Durant's definitely up there.
Probably because everybody's so focused.
And as the second leading scorer of the Warriors, if he's still averaging more points than Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, bro, but that's because they run through Kevin Durant. They're not running through Kawhi Leonard. The Spurs play systematic.
Kawhi Leonard, then what makes him the second best player? They're not going to use him.
Because he's an overall best player. If you want to talk about offense, Reese, LeBron James is not the best player in the league.
I'm not talking about offense. Kevin Durant's still a two-way player.
He's not that great on defense. He's lengthy. He can swat the ball if you try to drive. Okay, but he's not going to lock down your best player.
He averages a steal a game. One
steal. One freaking steal.
1 point steals per game and 1 block per game throughout his career.
Reese, you're acting like that's a great number.
I mean, Kawhi Leonard's averaging 1.8 steals and 0.7 blocks per game in his career. So you tell me.
Well, Kawhi Leonard's not a shot blocker. I mean, it's that simple. Just because you don't block shots and get steals, that doesn't mean you're a good. That means you're a bad defender. How much does Tony Allen make?
I'm not saying he's a bad.
No,
defender.
I know, but I'm
saying you're discrediting Kevin Durant's defense.
Kevin Durant's defense, bro. Kevin Durant will not stay on your hip and be in your face and contest every shot. There's times where Kevin Durant has lazy defense. Kawhi Leonard, you don't see lazy defense.
Not everybody's a fantastic defender. There's only about
you don't see Kawhi Leonard.
There's only about 6 or 7 guys in the league that play solid lockdown defense.
And Kawhi Leonard's one of them.
Kawhi Leonard is one of them. But if you're just gonna take defense over everything else, then I can't take Leonard.
I'm talking about overall, all around.
If you're talking all around, what's all around? First of all, let me just point out what's all around to you. Because when I think all around, I think scoring, I think rebounding, I think assisting, I think defense, I think field goal percentage, and the only thing that Durant doesn't have that Leonard does have is playing better defense. That's it. He's not a better rebounder. He's not a better passer.
Hold on. How is he not? Listen. The Warriors don't have a big man, like a real big man, that rebounds. So Kevin Durant's role also is to go rebound.
Not their fault.
You got LaMarcus Aldridge, Pau Gasol. He doesn't need to go down and rebound all the damn time. So of course it's
definitely different than Durant's. And Durant plays a bigger role to his team and to every other team he's been on than Kawhi Leonard has. So that can't make Leonard better than Durant if Leonard's role is much smaller than Durant's.
Hey, that's Kevin Durant's fault. He went to a team that has too many flaws.
Well,
yeah,
too many flaws. They went 73-9 before him,
bro. Yeah, but now they don't. That's when they had a big man. They had Bogut. They had one power forward. I don't know his name. They had big men, bro. They don't have big men this year. Their whole roster almost changed, grabbing Kevin Durant. They had big man back then.
In OKC, he was grabbing boards in OKC, and they had Ibaka and Steven Adams. So, not like he's just now starting to grab
And at one point, Kendrick Perkins.
Well, there you go. They had big men in OKC as well.
Okay, and they had bigger and better men in San Antonio. So there's no point of Kawhi Leonard running around trying to get boards.
Bigger and better men?
Tim Duncan. You really want to go there?
39-year-old Tim Duncan grabbing 3 rebounds per game.
Bro, why are you going age? If you want to talk age, then let's not even talk about Vince Carter.
I'm just saying.
What? Tim Duncan is a power forward. His role is to grab. Are you serious? He's a fundamental person, Reese. Offensive, he's a fundamental, and rebounding is all part of fundamentals. He's a power forward who can play the center spot. You think Tim Duncan's just going to run down the court once the shot's up because he's not going to get a rebound?
I'm saying Kawhi Leonard should be more of a rebounder than Tim Duncan.
No, absolutely not.
And you mean to tell me
Kawhi Leonard
is a better rebounder than Duncan was in that span?
Are you trying to defend that point, or are you telling me that?
I'm saying Serge Ibaka. What I'm trying to say is Serge Ibaka was a better defender than Tim Duncan in that.
Yes, absolutely.
So it is.
So you're proving my point.
No,
you're proving my point.
You're saying that the Spurs had bigger and better than the Thunder.
No, they had one, bro. Serge Ibaka was the only guy who was agile enough to jump up and get rebounds like a big guy. Obviously, Tim Duncan, rebounding-wise, is not better than Serge Ibaka. I think we can agree on that. But I'm saying Tim Duncan is a rebounding machine, though. That's what he does. He grabs rebounds and he scores good.
He can grab boards, but I'm not saying that he's not going to grab boards. I'm just saying that Durant had more boards. He grabbed more boards than Leonard, and he had a better rebounder than Leonard did.
Who was the center for the Thunder when Ibaka was there?
Perkins or Adams, whichever one of the two.
I don't even know who the center was for the Spurs when Duncan was there.
I think it was Duncan. West played the power forward.
Oh yeah, I forgot they had West.
Yeah.
Whatever. Tim Durant is a vagina, anyways. He's legit walking down the road with Steph Curry, and he's gonna get a free ring.
Oh,
it's
absolutely.
Ridiculous.
But I don't think the Warriors will win the championship this season. I do think the Spurs have what it takes, but I'm just saying.
Let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Let's say they go to the finals, they run into Cleveland, okay? What if Kevin Durant just absolutely chokes?
I mean, he'll still have Thompson and Curry and Green to back him up. It's not
no, but I mean, like, I'm saying they lose because he chokes.
I wouldn't doubt it.
But you're still saying you still would think he's the second best player.
I got to see what Leonard does in the playoffs. I mean, not in the playoffs, but in the finals if they do make it there. To make that comparison.
Fair enough. Because, okay, I mean, not for nothing. I know Carmelo is lackadaisical on defense sometimes. But, a few times I've watched the Knicks play, I don't see no effort in Melo's defense. Maybe there's just games I haven't watched where he was doing it. But I've seen him get a few blocks. Bro, the times I've seen him play defense. But, I've seen a lot of videos where this man just, I don't know. I mean, he's also playing for the Knicks, so a lot of people wouldn't want to try either.
Yeah, that
I wouldn't try. I wouldn't try. Fuck that.
That's just how it goes.
I think Melo's a better scorer. I think Melo's a better scorer than Durant.
Oh,
no, that's a lie. That's a lie.
Yeah, absolutely not.
That's a lie.
I would have had to fight you.
Look, I'm not saying Kevin Durant is not a good player. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, in my opinion, I think Kawhi Leonard is more fit of your all-around player.
I think Kawhi Leonard can be the second best, but as of right now, I can't see it. Only because he's just now coming of his own. If I'll give him a couple more seasons, maybe even next season, he'll have a much better season. But as of right now, I got to see more from Kawhi to give him that title. All I can say that he has better than Durant is defense, but if that's all, then that's not gonna help his case.
I think he passes better too, to be honest with you.
The numbers don't say that.
No, don't do the assist, because assists can be very misleading. If you're somebody who can if you play on a team that can get a fast break, and Tony Parker throws me the ball down court, I could just pass it to the wide open guy almost every single time. And the Spurs are they're fast paced. They play fast. Like, everybody plays fast. Everybody on that bench, I mean, other than Gasol, obviously, and all that, but Patty Mills, they're all fast, bro. So when they get out front, I mean, everybody's bound to get some assists. I mean, that's why I'm saying the assist stat can be very misleading, unless you're a point guard, because that's where it really matters. Like the Rajon Rondos, the Tony Parkers, and all that.
The thing about the Spurs is they don't really care about numbers.
And you're also talking about Kevin Durant.
Go on.
My bad. What I was saying was, you're still talking about Kevin Durant throwing the ball to Steph Curry, who makes, 60% of his shots? He's also giving the ball to Klay Thompson, who makes almost every time he shoots the damn ball. It's not like Kevin Durant's throwing it to what?
I mean, it's not like Tony Parker is a horrible shooter, or Danny Green or LaMarcus Aldridge. They're not bad shooters either. They got good numbers. They got good field goal percentages.
No, absolutely not. But they all throw the ball around. So it's not like only one person's getting a bunch of assists. If I throw you the ball and you throw Chris the ball, and then Chris throws me back the ball, and I throw it back to you and you throw it back to Chris, that's good ball movement. But if Chris makes a shot and you get the assist, that doesn't mean I'm less of a good passer. Just because you're getting a little more assist than me, because we know how to throw the ball and pass the ball at the right time.
That's your fault. You should have gave it to Chris, not me.
What? Oh, stop that. Stop that. You know damn well that's not how it works. Unbelievable.
Well, guys, I'm going to stop it here because I'm sweating in my car. But you guys let us know who the second best player in the league is. Is Sean right? Am I right? Let us know in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys want to think for next week. I'm out of here. Sean's out of here. Yeah, that's going to do it. All right, peace.